Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at Nvidia post earnings, after earnings, the day after earnings price action, and we are seeing something that puts us again a little bit indecisive. I mean, we will have to see how the price action today develops because as I said that yes, earnings has happened. I also like to see one next day as well as for price action to do its thing, complete itself, and then we would have much more clarity. So let's take a look at today on what Nvidia is doing, and it's making some unthinkable move for sure. And we'll take a look at that AMD, SMCI, ARM, Broadcom, and Micron. So with that, please hit the like, subscribe, and also please note none of this is any financial advice and it's only for education purposes. All right. So and throughout this video, you'll see me using a lot of my tools. If you need access to my tools as well, links are in the description below of this video. All right. Now, we have Nvidia. Yesterday gapped down. We were at one time below $118. That's where I mentioned we had a break of structure. Now, before even going in that direction, I actually want to show you the short volume data as well. And that is yesterday as well was high, but less than a couple of few of previous days, but it's still less, but however it's still strong. But anyways, as I was talking about yesterday, that we did break the structure going below pretty much that $118. However, in the pre-market things got bought back up. So let's go to the 5 minutes interval. And you can see that when Nvidia opened, it opened up a little bit higher. That's fine, but it went all the way high up again to 124. Thus also taking out 122. But then eventually the retest in the morning when the market opened has failed, right? It has turned red and is selling off again. So definitely, it's again a day when Nvidia is stabilizing its price action. But what do we make out of this price action as for the levels to watch? Now, this area 122 still remains the zone of resistance. Okay, so when I'm seeing a zone, and right, because we have these hanging pivots up or down around that zone, these are not plank boards. You have to take these levels as a zone. You have to see the price action at these zones. Like, what is the price action doing here? Well, it's rejecting on hourly interval below 200 hours moving average, right? It's having double tops at least right now on the intraday, and is still below those previous pivots down here. Technically, structure hasn't changed on this to the upside, though. It's still rejecting there, right? Around the same zone. If somehow, now this is where we are between 20 and 50 days moving average, all right? If somehow, let's say Nvidia manages to close above 50 days moving average, things may still turn around. Okay, it's not a bad reaction. Usually stocks would just plummet after a bad earnings reaction. Nvidia did fine. It got bought back up in the pre-market, right? But we are then seeing a continuation of the sell-off. Now, it all comes down to how Nvidia closes the day. If Nvidia closes somehow, let's say about 122, things may not maybe fully bullish, but they will be in the bullish favor, right? If we close even above 50 days moving average, but below 122, though we will remain in the downward structure, we'll have to take a look then at the lower time frame on the when the day has closed, how Nvidia has closed, right? But this is the zone, like between 20 and 50 days moving average, that you can see it's selling off, right? The structure still technically is, once after becoming bearish and negative, it's still red and negative below 122 and 39 cents area. If I turn on my structural indicator as well, you can see we did turn red already here, right? So we did break the structure, retest is failing, and it all comes down to what it does. 118, you can still use that, but structure has broken. Let's see what it does at 118. If anytime we lose that as well, much more downside. At least right now, the retest when the market has opened is failing. Yes, in the pre-market we saw a strong retest back up again 200 hours moving average, but as I said yesterday as well, if you see in the pre-market some bullish action, don't just get carried away by that. It did take us above 122. I was saying that 122, we may not even go above that. This becomes an area of resistance. We did go a little bit higher than that, I get it, but we still rejected with the double top at underneath of 200 hours moving average and lost finally 122. Thus, in other words, when I said that the structure has broken, don't get carried away if in the pre-market you see a strong price action, because here's your answer to that. There was no point of getting carried away, as it's just after retesting double top, it's selling off. So let's see how the market closes. As I said, I like to see one day after earnings as well, especially with a stock like Nvidia when it's trying to do something else, right? Is without doing a follow through to the downside, is trying to a little bit rebound, but it's again giving up and selling off in that area. But we'll see how Nvidia closes. All right. But yeah, you still have levels to watch that are provided, and accordingly, do the thing. All right, now let's go to AMD, and we are seeing some rebound happen on AMD as well, coming in at that 20 days moving average. But we are still, well, yes, 20 days moving average is fine. That's where I expected at this level. If some bounce has to happen, it can happen here. If we lose this 145 and 32 cents with 20 days moving average, there is a bigger problem to the downside. If somehow we can continue to hold this area, sure, but is that what we are looking at? So let's go to the hourly interval. And on hourly interval, it's not a bad price action. The way it has turned itself in, this could be an inverted head and shoulder as well. It all comes down to if it can continue to hold above 146 and 26 cents. If it does, this zone as well, right? Then you have a chance of this going higher, but again, we are below 200 hours moving average. At least right now, we are seeing a sell-off below that. So when the price is trying to rebound, technically it's just a rebound on daily interval, but on intraday hasn't turned fully bullish yet. It's better off to just wait and hold and see if the pullback holds at these zones like 145 and 26 cents. If they hold, pullback holds on the lower time frame at these important levels, then you can play the upside. So for example, yeah, if this cool off, right now you are still seeing after that push up, we are seeing a lower highs. But if you somehow see it can maintain above these areas somehow, forms a double bottom, start forming higher pivot, it can continue higher. So let's see if this turns into just a pullback, but you have the levels to watch down here. And this was the morning play as well when we were trying to just rip up on this. Very similar to Nvidia's price action, right? It's a little bit different, not very similar, but Nvidia is red, AMD is the green. But yeah, so this is the zone. If it can save it, it saves it. The pivot 145 and 28 cents. Otherwise, yeah, a little bit downside. SMCI also rebounded, but then you can see it's selling off still underneath of the previous pivot. Right, structure on this is not bullish right now. It's still bearish. You can see rebounds are still being shorted, and structure is bearish on this thing right now still. All right, so that's SMCI. ARM. Okay, ARM is toying around, playing around with us. Yesterday structure broke. Today structure, well, it's holding above 20 days moving average and thereafter trying to go higher up from there, right? That's what it seems it is doing here. So, well, yeah, that was the area. Again, yesterday Nvidia really broke everything, right? In the post market, all these stocks were selling off. Today in the pre-market, this thing came back strong, got above this level of 126 and 26 cents, significant level with support of 20 days moving average. Now if it can hold 200 hours moving average or even the level of 126 and 30 cents area, if from here it can hold this zone, bulls can still hold control of it. That's all with ARM, I would say. Yeah, this is what happens, guys. After earnings, sometimes things things are just messed up because something would happen in the post market, and then the next day things would completely try to break left or right everything. It's yeah, that's what earnings does. It just mess up everything. All right, Broadcom. So Broadcom holding 20 days moving average. As I said, post market it was below 20 days moving average, but it opened up higher. It's still rejecting underneath of that 161 and 52 cents. If somehow it can get above that, this zone of 161 and 52 cents, it can continue higher. All right, in the overall structure as well. So but yeah, 108 and 56 and 40 cents. It also has its earnings coming up, but we'll just do it with the structure though, right? And yeah, so this just, yeah, if you can still maintain above 156 and 44 cents after today, that's fine. Micron is not in the bullish structure. Some rebound is coming, but it's still weak right now, and I'm not seeing anything to the upside on this thing. If we go to the hourly interval, if we want to see a good rebound out of it, at this point, we need to close above today first $95.16. And we'll have to see some more consolidation here, in my opinion, for it to make some more upside. Otherwise, if it can get above 97 and 39 cents today itself, sure, some upside can continue, but I would want to see some more consolidation here before if any upside has to develop. And if any time we start to lose $95.20, and finally eventually if we lose 93 and 54, it's still game over on this thing. So let's see what it does. Okay, let's take a look at SPY and QQ as well just before wrapping up. And yeah, it's so it's funny, right? Like SPY, again, as I said, Nvidia screwed up everything right yesterday. Now today, well, SPY is still bullish overall and is still going strong, right? Yeah, it's still bullish, guys. Let's see QQQ because it's doing a buyback today, right? It's trying to come back up, yeah. And so yep, you can see that it's getting above again 473 and 78 cents, getting above the previous pivot. So technically it's in the bullish structure again, all right? And that's why whatever we do, we have a stop loss on the other side of the structure. If for any reason whatever position is taken, I don't like to do anything between 50 and 20, but I don't like to be in the bullish position anymore if the structure has broken, but I don't like to short between 50 and 20. I only buy at 20, not just 20, but at significant level and pivots if those are holding with the price action and the structure that my tools helps in. And but yeah, that's the zone, right? 473 and 78 cents, getting above it is already in this thing is bullish. All right. So just before wrapping up, let's take a look at Nvidia again. So yeah, again, it all comes down to if it stays below 122 and 45 cents today, technically it's still in the downward structure. Let's see if 20 days moving average can save it with $118 level. That's a confluence zone. Let's see if it can do that. So again, let the action develop today. We'll have more clarity thereafter. And then I'll talk about it later. But yes, yeah. Stronger weakness is below 118 with the stop loss on the other side for sure. And if we can close above 122 area and 40 cents area, then maybe bulls may again look strong. So, all right, we'll see. All right, I'll see you in my next videos, and my other videos today will be coming out a little bit later, not in the afternoon. It'll be coming out today in the evening. All right, with that, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.